We are just a few days away from the official TCG release of the upcoming core set Blazing Dominion that has given us a lot of support for so many archetypes, including new support for Red Dragon Archfiend. But before we get to the official TCG release, there is one last batch of cards that have yet to be revealed, and they are the world premiere cards that have yet to be revealed. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get straight into it because at the time that I am recording this video, it is Saturday. It is almost 7 p.m. and AAA's newest episode is supposed to be airing live on YouTube here in a few minutes. So yeah. By the time you guys see this, it will be Sunday, and by the time you guys do see it on Sunday tomorrow, I will probably be at Bear Cave. So let's kick things off. There are seven cards that will be talked about right now. So let's kick things off with Gaming Gamer GG. And it is a rank 4 Earth Machine Xyz with 2600 attack, 2000 defense. It requires 2 level 4 machine monsters. And the effects read as follow. If this card is special summon, you can change all monsters your opponent controls to attack position. If your opponent has a monster in their field or grave, you can detach one material from this card, send one machine monster from your deck or extra deck to the grave, then apply this effect. Choose one Machine Xyz monster in your grave, and this card's name becomes that monster's name until the end phase. You can only use this effect once per turn. So what's cool about this is that this basically acts as a stop defense for your opponent's entire board, and that could potentially threaten lethal. And what's even more cool about this is that you can use this card in decks like Cyber Dragon and pretty much any other archetype that uses up machines, whether it's photons, whether it's oh my god, there are so many others. I think gadgets can run this card. So that's actually not a bad card. The only thing though is that its second effect is kind of a weird card, because you can theoretically you can make this card's effects the same and its name become the same as a card like, let's say, Cyber Dragon Infinity, where you have an Omni negate in the form of this card, which is kind of crazy. Next up, we got Fata Dragna. Which is a 5-star Wind Dragon fusion with 1000 attack, 2500 defense, and requires 2 monsters with the same type and attribute but different levels. The effects read as follow. Your opponent cannot target fusion monsters you control with card effects. If this card is sent to the grave as material for a fusion summon, you can special summon one fusion monster from your extra deck in defense, but negate its effects. Also return to the extra deck during the end phase. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except for fusions. You can only activate this effect once per turn. I mean, to be fair, it is an instant fusion target, and it gives you access to use this card as potential rank 5 fodder. And what's even also more cool is that this is also a super poly target as well. So this can actually work against decks like Dark Magician, decks like Cyber Dragon, decks like Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, if that ever becomes a viable meta strategy again. I think Radiant Typhoon. It can. This is perfect. Even also perfect against Yummies, which is insane. Uh, Next up we've got Genia of the Ring, and unfortunately, oh, here we go. For a second, I thought I wasn't gonna get the card artwork, but here we go. And it is a 4-star Earth spellcaster with 1850 attack and defense, and the effects read as follow. If this card is in your hand, you can target one face-up monster on the field, special summon this card. Also, that target becomes a spellcaster monster. The next time that target will be destroyed by card effect this turn, it is not, and you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except spellcasters. If this card is distributed or banished, to activate a spellcaster monster's effect, you can add this card to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. I mean, Charmers can pretty much abuse the living shit out of this card like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. You get to basically basically get to protect your monsters from being destroyed by card effects. And if you use a spellcaster monster's effect to tribute this card, you get to add it back to your hand, whether it was sent to the grave or whether it was banished. You basically get to add it to your hand, which is pretty good. Honestly, I think Charmers can actually make use of this card like it's nothing. It's kind of possible. Next up, we've got Checker. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it's the name of some board game. Checkers is plural. Checker is singular. As in a singular monster card. Which is a 4-star Earth Machine with 2000 attack, 0 defense, and it says that it cannot be normal summoned or set. It cannot be normal summoned if you control a monster. You contribute this card, special summon a machine from your deck whose attack equals its own defense, but return it to the hand during the end phase. You can banish this card from your grave and discard one card. Special summon one Iron Rubble token, which would be a 1-star Earth Machine with 0 attack and defense, but it cannot be used as material for a fusion, synchro, or link summon. You can only use each effect once per turn. I mean, it's token summon. It's not bad. I think the ruling is that on the next turn, you can use it as material for a link summon. So if you go into an IP Masquerena, then on their turn, quick effect, you can link off the IP and the token, go into a bigger body, like let's say let's say Triple Burst Dragon, if you will. Now you have a Piercer with Triple Burst, which is actually really cool. Next up, we've got Rusted Mammoth. Next up is Rusted Mammoth, which actually the artwork looks really cool. Really cool art. Which is a 5-star Earth Machine with 2100 attack and defense. Funny enough, Checker can actually bring out Rusted Mammoth. Very funny. If this card is in your hand, you can banish Machine Link monsters from your extra deck whose combined Link ratings equal exactly 5. Special summon this card. You can target one card you control and a card your opponent controls, return them to the hand. This is a quick effect. If the card If this card is linked to a Link 3 or higher Machine Link monster, you can only use each effect once per turn. I mean, it's basically Mistworm, but on a 5-star, but on a 5-star body. Because if you guys don't know, Mistworm was used quite a bit back in the day, and it was a way to essentially just break your opponent's entire board during the days of Edison format, and it was a really cool way to end games if you knew you had a way to end games, which is really cool. But this card is basically that, but just a bit much slower, a bit slower in my personal in my personal opinion. Next up, we've got officiating Reveri, I believe is how it's named. Which is a 6-star Dark Zombie with 2000 attack, 1100 defense, and the effects read as follow. If this card is in your hand, you can discard one other card, special summon this card. If an Xyz monster is sent to the grave, excuse me, while this card is in your grave, except during the damage step, you can banish this card, special summon one zombie from your grave. During the standby phase of the next turn after this card was banished, you can target a zombie Xyz monster you control. Attach this banished card to it. You can only use each effect once per turn. I mean, it's basically Monster Reborn for oh, it's actually on right now. It's essentially Monster Reborn for zombies. So you can essentially summon out King of the Skull Servants without any hesitation. I mean, there's really nothing else to say about it, actually. Yeah, I mean, just enough said. But that brings us to the final card of the video, and it is known as Officiator of Doom Samuel. Which is a rank 6 Dark Zombie Xyz with 1100 attack and 2600 defense. And the effects read as follow. During the main phase, which is a quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, then target one zombie monster in your grave, special summon it, then you can negate the effect of a monster your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to that monster. If this card is sent to the grave, you can target one monster in either grave, shuffle it into the deck. You can only use each effect once per turn. I mean, what else? What else can I say? I mean, this card makes zombies even more busted than ever before. I mean, there's really not much else to say about it. It's basically another version of Monster Reborn, which is absolutely wild. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys want more card discussions in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, be sure to follow me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.